Is this a real diplomatic breakthrough or yet another false start? Right now, extremely alarming news is coming out of Geneva. The political part of the trilateral negotiations between Ukraine, Russia, and the United States has officially reached a deadlock. This was reported by Axios journalist Barak Ravid, citing several high-ranking sources in all of the participating delegations. Why did the dialogue suddenly come to a sudden stall after such promising announcements? What role did the change of the Russian negotiator play in this? And does this mean that the highly anticipated major agreement in May is now at risk? Right now, we will break down exclusive information about what is happening behind closed doors in the Swiss halls. Watch until the very end for this defining moment of truth for global diplomacy. Well, you'll find more details in our report. You are watching the Glavred channel. I'm your host, Evgeny Serov. Like and subscribe to the channel. According to Axios sources, the main reason for the stalled negotiations is the position of the new head of the Russian delegation, Vladimir Medinsky. His appointment came as a surprise to Kyiv, replacing the representative from military intelligence. According to Union, instead of discussing practical steps to end the fighting, Medinsky reverted to the Kremlin's favorite tactic, philosophizing about historical roots and giving history lectures. In an interview with Axios, Volodymyr Zelensky responded to this in the harshest terms. Quote, "We don't have time for all this crap. We need to solve the issue and end the wars." Essentially, Kyiv accuses Moscow of deliberately stalling for time and trying to turn a serious summit into a propaganda show. While Medinsky talks about history, people continue to die on the front lines, and this is Ukraine's main grievance. Washington, represented by Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner, is trying to play the role of effective moderators, but faces resistance. The media emphasize that the American delegation is the most active in using its resources to bridge the positions of the parties. However, Zelensky expressed concern that the United States too often asks the Ukrainian side, rather than the aggressor, to make compromises. The primary stumbling block remains the complex territorial issue. Russia is demanding to fix the current front line and hand over the remaining 20% of the Donetsk region to its control, which represents an absolute red line for the government in Kyiv. Axios journalists point out that it is at this stage that the political group has become most deeply stuck. Despite the deadlock in the working groups, Volodymyr Zelensky made an unexpected move. He instructed his team to begin preparations for a direct meeting with Putin right here in Geneva. According to the Ukrainian president, a breakthrough on the territorial issue is only possible through direct contact between the leaders. This is a radical decision. The order was given against the backdrop of the working groups being unable to cope with the political weight of the issues under discussion. Kyiv wants to bring the negotiations to a level where Medinsky's philosophizing will no longer matter, and decisions will be made here and now. The only question is whether Putin is ready for such a dialogue without imposing extreme conditions for Ukraine's capitulation. Do you think that Medinsky's return to the negotiations is a sign that the Kremlin has no intention of reaching any agreement at all? And should Zelensky meet with Putin in person under such